Life school, where boys and girls you can make it through. I'm talking to young men and women. You have no limit to the things you can do when you use life skills.
Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen. That was my friend Ron with Candace Auto Center singing the hook for Life Skill, Life School. We didn't even get on these lives or start an interview series, but guess what? We're on episode 22. That's that Emmett Smith edition. And if you're out there watching and listening, please follow me on all social media platforms and even on Cash App at Entertainment. Today we have an extraordinary guest with us. He's known as CB, Corry Black. He's like none other. He's a coach. He's an AD, which is an athletic director, and he's an entrepreneur. And today he's in the studio to help us all get 1% better. And you can follow him on all social media platforms and check out his website, www.cblackhoops.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Corry Black, how you doing today?
Good, Derrick. How you doing, man? Appreciate you having me.
Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. I know your time is money and your money is time. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into this interview through the word coach. And anybody else out there that's watching or not watching, you get it on the replays. And we're gonna market this thing because you're looking at two brothers, two young men, two sources, two resources that come together to give information out to the people. The C is for a connector. Now I've been following you throughout this quarantine period, and I've been seeing your Zoom videos with different coaches and how you're empowering others. Now, what made you want to do it, and who are some of the coaches that people always see, and who are some of the coaches on the rise that people should look out for?
Well, I guess the first question is why did I want to start doing it? And that was during this quarantine. Every spring I usually have a coaches clinic here in Atlanta. Where I have coaches from all across the Southeast come in, and we bring different coaches in, and we just have a big coaching clinic. Well, when everything happened, pandemic hit, we weren't gonna be able to do it. So what I said, well, that's no reason not to get better and work on our game as a coach. So I just started doing Zoom calls week after week, invite 2 to 3 coaches in on Wednesdays and Thursdays, have 70 to 80 coaches each Wednesday and Thursday, connect the dots, talk to them about X and O's, talk to them about life stuff. And that's where it started at, Derrick. I just used my network contacts to get coaches to come and give back to our coaches in the state of Georgia and in the Southeast. We done had coaches from all over get on there, from Jamie and Christian, who's a 32-year-old head coach at George Washington, and he's one of our next rising coaches in the country that's coming along. We had Brian Penny Collins. He's the head coach at Tennessee State University. I want to say that with a lot of enthusiasm. I want to say that with a lot of enthusiasm. There, I wanted to really say that right for you, because I know where your heart at. And I need to, and that's off the camera. We need to connect about that. I want to make sure y'all can connect. Also, it's a good brother. One of the next rising coaches in the country that did a good job for us. And we had Florida State, Leonard Hamilton on. We had Tom Crean, head coach at University of Georgia on. So we had coaches from all different levels to come on and just connect the dots. Also on Saturdays, I do a networking deal. We have coaches all across the country get in, and I put them in breakout rooms. You get in a breakout room with somebody you may or may not know for about 2 to 3 minutes, and we break out in the rooms 5 times, and it goes about 45, 50 minutes. You done met 5 people that you may not even know. So been doing that on Saturdays just to do connecting. And the platform is just trying to grow coaches and help other coaches learn about other coaches and just expand their network.
Hey man, that's a blessing because that's how you go from local to legendary. You know, you right here in the community, you local in the community, but you legendary, man. You know, I know you humble and everything, but you know, I've been around you, you know, and I see from afar what you're doing. So, you know, it's a blessing, man, to the coaching field. The O is for organizing. Can you talk about some of your other events like that you have organized? Like you had, I know because you had me speak at the fall league
Yeah.
where no workshop, no dribble, and then I know you have the different other events.
Yeah.
Like even people that are in college already, you know, like
Yeah.
junior college. Can you speak on that because there's people out here that need to hear about these things, you know, about what you're doing, about what you know what the future holds.
Yeah. We'll start in the fall. In the fall, we do the Columbus Fall League. Um, no workshop, no jump shot. You don't come to the mandatory workshop, you don't get to shoot no jump shot. And that's kids from all over the area. We split them on teams, let them play for about 6 to 8 weeks, have a playoffs, have a championship, and we bring a speaker in every Sunday before it starts. And kids got to be at that workshop to be able to play that Sunday afternoon. We'll do that 6 to 8 weeks. Then in October, I get into my junior college jamboree series, where I take junior college teams across the country and bring them to. I have one at Lake Point in Atlanta. I have one at Gordon State in Barnesville. We have another one at Kell High School in Marietta. We have 40 to 50 teams. The Lake Point has gotten pretty big. I've added women to it. Had about 90 teams in that one last year. And those are junior college jamborees where teams come in and play in front of 4-year coaches. And we do that every weekend in October. We also have a fall showcase that I usually do in September. Sometimes I do it in Columbus, sometimes I do it in Macon. Just varies where I was told I want to field that year. Then once that's over, I get into my season at Pacelli, keep going. Then coming out of the season, we do senior showcase, usually in Macon, do the Macon Dreams Come True showcase, which is held right before the state championship games in Macon. Coming out of that, we'll go to the live period where I have showcases for kids that's seniors that's unsigned, junior college kids that's unsigned, and we'll host those events. We'll do the same thing in July for kids that's still unsigned or kids that's looking to get signed for the upcoming year. So that's basically my showcase schedule and an event calendar.
Okay, the A in the word coach is for athletic director. Can you give direction to athletes on some of the things that you share with them in the classroom? Because a lot of times people just focus on, you know, I want to get on this court. But can you provide from a coach's standpoint, athletic director standpoint, some of the direction you give to athletes or what they need to do in the classroom?
Yeah, and I said this to one of our freshmen the other day at Pacelli, coming out of middle school, now they're in high school. I said, when you're in K through 8th grade, you're playing with monopoly money. That's that fake money when you start talking about grades.
Right.
And when you get grades in high school, you playing with real money. Real money in high school, because the higher that GPA you got, higher that ACT, SAT score you have, you could really get some real money to go to college. So I really try to stress that with our kids about, hey man, you going. I tell another thing, all y'all going JUCO until you qualify. I don't care if you go to what school you go to. You're going JUCO until you qualify when it comes to athletics. So take those academics serious, and sit at the front of the classroom, and take it serious, because it's a business. School is for business.
Do you still have any of those D free shirts?
Yes, I do. I got you.
Hey, I need a 2X, man.
I got you.
Hey, this is for challenges. Everybody's faced challenges in their life because, I know how successful you are, but I know how hard you work. But there's people out there that need to hear, You know, okay, what is this? What is this man face? He smooth face. He sitting up there smiling.
Right.
Like he ain't been through nothing. You know, what was at least one of your challenges that you faced?
Oh,
How'd
man.
you overcome it?
Oh, you just want me to choose one?
I said at least one. You know, at least one.
Oh, at least one. I got you. I don't know, there, man. I you know, it all started for me back in high school when I had to overcome challenges. Coming out of Tifton, Georgia.
Okay.
Coming out of Tifton, Georgia, I was a cross country runner. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't play one day of college basketball, and to be able to get where I am now, I had to overcome some things. First, I had to get to college. I had to get to, well, the first question people gonna say, well, how in the heck you get to college? You don't even play basketball. Well, I ran cross country, and luckily I had a teammate that was 6'8", and he played basketball. So, good Lord, good blessing of my high school coach put a little package deal together for both of us to be able to go to Southern Union, Alabama, to go to school. So we had a little visit set up. So the morning of the visit, I went at the high school. I'm fired up. I say, man, I'm finna go to college. I know I got to take my guy with me. He's 6'8". I got to take him with me. We started looking around. 6'8" didn't show up to go on that visit.
Right.
So I said, uh-oh, here's that challenge you talking about. So I look over there at the coach and I say, Coach, we still going? He say, where's Chris? That was my teammate now. I said, well, Coach, he's not coming. He said, he's not coming. I say, no, sir, he's not coming. He said, well, come on, let's go. I'm still taking you. And boom, I got an opportunity to go to Southern Union. It worked out for me. I got a clipboard in my hand. As soon as I got there, got to run cross country. And, you know, that was junior college. That was only 2 years. So in 2 years, you have to find another place to go.
Right.
So I coached for 2 years at Southern Union, and guess what? Another challenge came up. Guess what the next challenge was? What 4-year you going to go to? You ain't playing no basketball. You say you want to coach. You ran cross country. You ain't that going good in cross country now. What are you going to do? Boom, we had another package deal come up. Another kid that I coached, and Columbus State wanted. And I said, I'm going with him. And they're like, yeah, you going with us. We want you too, Coach. We want you and Terrence. So come up, Terrence took a visit to Kennesaw State. The coach just pulled up. We were just hanging out on campus. And he said, Terrence, let's go. He said, Coach, where we going? He said, we finna go visit Kennesaw in Atlanta. And I said, hey, Coach, I'm gonna get my bag too. He said, no, you ain't going this one now, Corey. This just for Terrence. I said, uh-oh. Terrence finna go to Kennesaw. I ain't gonna have nowhere to go. Another challenge. So what happened? Kennesaw signed Terrence. I'm still sitting out there. Columbus State coach Herbert Green still called and said, Corey, I'll take you. I wanted you anyway. So and that was just two challenges that I overcame.
Right.
How did I get there? How did I keep the faith? I just kept the faith, and I just stayed prayed up. And that's how I overcame those challenges, just the good Lord, just by prayer and faith.
People got to know. You got to keep running your race, because you start off with cross country.
Right, exactly.
And the athletes you coach, they got to run up and down the court.
Right.
So and even Coach Jordan, you know, he used to always make a run before they can get on the court.
All day long.
You can't even get on the court till you run these miles. But hey, man, that's a blessing. And the H is for high, you know. Just like the town wearing. You know, 1%, just like in your name, 1% better. We want to know, how can others get 1% better daily? Because you're the 1%, man. You put that on everything in your brain. How can I see you 50 days in a row to day 51? The challenge is you gonna get out there in the rain to get that 51st. They say, I've been watching, I've been studying. How can we get better? 1% better.
Well, you just have to be consistent. The main thing is being consistent. That's one thing during this pandemic, I said we all can get better at something. The one thing I wanted to do during the pandemic was be consistent at something. What I chose was working out. So I wanted to start a streak of working out every single day, no matter the situation. Yeah, it rained this morning. That wasn't no excuse. I still had to go out there and get it. It was 90 degrees. I had meetings all morning. You really, my football coach, you gonna work out at 1 o'clock? Yes, I gotta go get it. It's 1 o'clock. I gotta go get it. But it's about being consistent. Just find that one thing that you want to get better at, and just try to be consistent with it every single day.
Hey, it's a blessing. If you don't know, if you just joining in, it's Life Skill, Life School, episode 22 with Corry Black. He's the coach, the athletic director, and he's an entrepreneur. He came here today to help you get 1% better. And you can network with him on all social media platforms and visit his website, www.cblackhoops.com. And Coach Corry, before we go, is there anything you'd like to leave us with?
No, Derek, I want to say thank you for having me, man. I appreciate everything you do, man. You really do some great stuff. I hope the community is paying attention and taking advantage, because I know it's every chance I get when you get on live with somebody, or you put something out there, I take notes. And that's probably what I want to leave people with. Never stop taking notes, no matter what it is. Never stop taking notes. Always try to keep learning. You can learn from anybody, and that's what I try to do every day. Just try to keep learning, and just keep my mind just mentally all in.
Yes, sir. And when we close out, just hold on backstage with me for a second.
Yes, sir.
And if you're out there, once again, please follow me at Anti-Tainer on all social media platforms and even on Cash App. It's a blessing to be here. Life Skill, Life School. We're coming back next week. And we even have a special interview tomorrow, episode 22. I know you all just like me. We all got 1% better today. And remember this, keep working on your game. Keep running your race, even when you have to go, like he said, cross country. Because people watch what you say and what you do. It may be the only school that you ever see. And until next time, I thank you for your time.
Life skill, life school. Where boys and girls, you can make it through. I'm talking to young men and women. You have no limit to the things you can do when you use life skill.